Right, I'm going to start from where I ended off the last one. I'm sure you've all heard of George Monbiot. He states the battle lines are drawn between the expanders and restrainers. Those who believe there should be no impediments and those who believe we must live within limits. Well, I think, we live in a vast cosmos, but like down here on Earth, there's a madness to how we live. This is Stanley Road Mental Hospital, where they've converted the whole buildings into bijou apartments. Bijou high-end apartments are really expensive and behind things. Now we've got the new replicating the old. To me, it's not even a very good picture. I think we need to build a bit more expansively, a bit more imaginatively. Why don't you get a break when you want one? All right. Now, in Leeds, we have this place here is called the Ironworks. It's nothing to do with ironworks anymore. And the reality here is we've actually got a bridge, but it's just falling apart. You know what I mean? Rather than actually making ironworks and things that actually work, we're just like sticking pretty images on things. Now, the people that come out with all these laws, this is previous government ministers, Ed Balls and Yvette Cooper for housing, whatever. This is their houses that they flip variously. This one designed by, can't remember her name. But the architect who also said about our mobility. Our mobility is a huge problem these days. We're all supposed to identify with space. Now this is the inner city ring road in Leeds, which she actually called a scar. I'm thinking, well, I mean, in these days when our very existence on the planet is a problem. Westfield and Bradford, this is the Westfield development site, also known as the hole in the middle of Bradford. Now, I think all these policies are actually detrimental not only to our lives and how we view ourselves, but actually to the economy. Things are grinding to a halt because we stopped doing things. This is supposed to explain the grimth of Manchester. Anybody flying into Manchester Airport will notice that you go over acres and acres of Greenland, and then green land, and then you just hit a vast wall that is Manchester. Now, I've no problem with rebuilding new. This is Will Alsop and all his quirky designs, a fucking teddy bear and a Rubik's Cube. You know what I mean? I was going to try and get through the night without swearing, but you can bollocks. I think we need to get a bit... This is Will Alsop's version of a super city, stretching from Hull to Liverpool. I like this because although his original idea was about containment, about keeping people in a narrow band, this was actually about, I heard originally, about transporting goods from Europe right over to the Atlantic. And this is me, whatever, mouse corner sticking out the corner of my mouth, just putting a great big thing over. I think we should be like talking about vast, great transportational routes across the world, rather than like a sense of place. Let's go further. What is maglev? I haven't got a fucking clue. But apparently it's magnetic levitation device train thing, which is this. We can have one of these that blasts right around the planet. We can all, it should be easy to go anywhere and everywhere. What is maglev? I don't care. We could even have, this is from The Fifth Element. This is some hyper-futuristic, I don't know, supersonic aircraft landing place. I don't care where these things are built. We could be doing stuff like this. This is actually the rings of Saturn. Hey, don't mock. I put a lot of work into this. We should be thinking bigger and better than we do these days. Environmentalism is a curse that will drag us all down. I love this place. This is the Burj Khalifa. I actually did the steelwork for the top floor. But on the same week we did the steelwork for this building, which is half a mile high, the tallest building in the world. We was told that there was new working at height restrictions and you couldn't stand that high off your bench. Right. This is fucking awesome. The guy that climbs mountains without his feet and that, you should have a look at this. We actually took away one of your fucking mountains. I was going to try and get through the night without swearing. This is Canute, spelt as an anagram of a dirty word. And Canute was like talked about as being the man who tried to tame the seas and all that. Actually what he was saying was, look, I'm not all that powerful, I cannot tame the seas, I cannot do all that. But I think we can. This is the way around the back of my house, where we make rivers and bridges and whatever all through the day. Little boys do this stuff, and I'm saying men, grown beings, adults should be sort of like taking on things in a big way. Roger Martin, optimum population, too many of us on the planet, this guy says. Now this guy says to me, my cook complained about this, that and the other. My cook complained to me, actually I ain't got a fucking cook. They're like, who ate all the pies? That guy ate all the pies. That's supposed to be a builder's arse. which is supposed to represent, we're on the abyss these days. We either believe in human beings can make and create a better world for ourselves now and in the future, or we might as well give up. Thank you.